No, this is how we do it. We improvise.
Yeah. Alright, hey guys, BNSF Rail fans here. Back from the dead. Yeah, well, we're at Cameron's layout right now, Railfan220 on YouTube. He's been doing a lot of work. It looks great. And we have been planning for a while to revive the layout. And we've come up with some ideas, actually, on an expansion that we think is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, do you want to...
Yeah, so we'll probably go ahead and talk about that. So let us plop you on the tripod. Apologize, it's been so long, but things are finally happening again. So, I don't know, do you want to talk about what's going on here?
Sure. Okay, so as you guys probably know, if you followed the channel previously, this section right here, this is what we have already completed pretty much. There's still a section in here that is not filled in yet. We were originally going to do a town in that space, but now with our new plan, things are going to get moved around a little bit.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if you guys know the complete layout of my basement, but we are planning on adding an around the wall section to the layout. So this whole area right here. We don't have exact measurements as of yet, but we do plan on going, so pretty much the existing layout is going to stay how it is. We might update the track plan on this curve right here just to accommodate the expansion. But so our basic thinking right now is we're going to have a lift bridge going across because this is where the stairs come down from the basement. And then we're going to link up with the wall, the far wall, run along that side, and then there's a little indent in the wall structure, cove type area. You can take it from there, I guess.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's just going to be an around-the-walls design. As it comes into this cove here, I guess there's like a oil tank thing. Again, we're not exactly sure on the exact measurements here and the exact placement of that. So depending on where this is along this wall, we're going to have a reverse loop down here so that as trains come back, into this area, they will be able to return back to the original layout. So we have what looks like a double-track main line. In reality, it's just one big reverse loop, and as the trains turn around, then they wind up on the other track. So that reverse loop will either wind up past this tank here or before it, depending on the placement. That's kind of nitpicky stuff for right now. We'll figure that out later. But I guess the point is that we are going to have this cool extension that extends around the walls. And so if you're coming out of the main layout here, either along this leg or along this leg in this direction, there's actually going to be a Y here so that trains can get on in either direction or off in either direction. So as you're coming into this section, you run down this way, you run around the reverse loop, and then you can go back onto the layout in either direction.
Yeah, and it's not shown here, but we are also going to build in a few crossovers, well, in each direction.
Yeah.
Somewhere in this area. So what that will do is we can also use one of the tracks of the double track main line as a passing siding, or we can have a train stay on like one track, have the other maneuver around it, and then kind of just piggyback from there.
Yeah, so this should give us a lot of operational possibilities, which will be cool. I mean, the old layout, I don't want to say old layout, it's still going to exist. Like the portion that is built as of now, this section of the layout, actually has like a pretty decent mainline run for its size. Yeah. But this will definitely give us a lot more options. We can have multiple trains on the layout actually running at one time and have them pass each other, which will be pretty cool. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting to this.
And this will also virtually, I think, double. We haven't figured out exact track lengths, but it'll pretty much double the mainline run of the current layout itself. Oh, you want to talk about what we're going to do for this section?
So I guess then the next thing to mention is really what the scenery is going to wind up being for the rest of the current layout as it is, as well as the extension. And so this is kind of a rough sketch, but you can see here this piece that goes across, that's the road. So assuming we do everything thoughtfully, we will edit in some clips to give you an idea of what we're referring to here on the actual layout. So on this side of that road is kind of an empty space we have a couple of industry spurs that are set up, and we have like a propane facility over here, and that road kind of extends into this section, but just kind of dead ends. So we haven't really we hadn't before ironed out exactly what was going to go in here, but what we decided is that this is just going to be more industry. So there's that one off of this leg here, there's a couple of spurs, and then what we're going to have is another track or two extend off into this bowl, the end of the layout. There will be more industries, probably some warehouse action, and then this switching over here will actually wind up connecting to the industrial spur on the other side of the layout. So it's just going to be one big interconnected kind of switching yard.
Yeah, so if we set this up, depending on space, it looks like we should have enough, but it should make this whole part of the layout an interesting switching operation. And then also, what else was I going to say? Oh yeah, and then in here we haven't really planned out any scenery or industries, but we do plan on probably having a little bit of depth of scenery change, potentially having like a dry wash or some like type of just interesting things like that, because right now the layout's pretty much one plane. It's one level of elevation. There's that one bridge that goes over the tracks on this side, but other than that, we wanted to add some, just kind of spice it up a little bit.
So, yeah, we'll actually be getting into some new benchwork techniques and probably some new scenery techniques as well. So. Oh
yeah, that's the other thing. This is not just like a maybe like it's gonna happen. Like we're pretty much shooting for this to actually happen in the coming
time frame.
Few weeks actually. So we're both in college now. So over winter break, we're going to head out to this layout and start work.
Yeah, so
yeah, look out for that. Again, sorry for the lack of content.
It's actually been years since we worked on this layout.
But I know Cameron's posted some stuff, some clips from his layout on to that channel as well. But
not any even for like a year now. So
yeah, so it'll be interesting. Anyway. I want to see who's still around, new people, welcome. And yeah, I think that's it. Just
should be good. We'll definitely have lots of videos. We have definitely, since the last time we left off, I think our skills have gotten better. We're just probably more competent modelers. So video should be better, more frequent hopefully, and some good content as well. So
for sure. Yeah. All right. Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, we will see you guys next time. Hopefully next couple weeks.
Wait.